Hey, Chef Walker, and I've got a real treat for you. So if you've watched many of these videos, you know one of the common underlying themes is that entrepreneurs are the future of all humanity. I think that entrepreneurs are the heroes, the people that are really making a difference in the world. And now I want to give you a very concrete example. So at my PLF Live event, it's a 3-day live event that I do once a year. And in 2014, we put together a fundraiser. We raised enough money to build an entire school in Kenya. And now I wanted to give you a trip report on that, and it's pretty special. One thing I want to just mention real quick is, and in this video, there is no stock footage. All the footage, 100% was taken on our trip over there. It's pretty special, so here we go. I want to show you just how awesome you are. So you know I'm always bragging about the PLF community, and by now you've met so many people in our community, these big-hearted entrepreneurs who are out changing the world, who are having a huge impact in their business or are about to build a business to have a huge impact. But now we're going to talk about next level stuff. So last year at PLF Live, I invited Stu and Amy McLaren to come out. And Stu's he's been a friend of mine for 10 years, and Stu and Amy have built a nonprofit called World Teacher Aid. And what they're doing is they're building schools in Kenya for people who just have really, really challenging circumstances. And they're going in there and building schools in their communities. So I invited them in to PLF Live to see if we could do a fundraiser. They told me a classroom cost $12,500 to build, and I was thinking maybe we could fund one of those. Maybe we could build one of those classrooms from our PLF community. And actually, I'm lowballing you. I really want to get more than one classroom. We're going to start with one, and we'll build from there.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're talking my language. You're talking my language right there. Okay. The donations were just pouring in. And at the end, we tallied it all up. And we'd actually raise enough to build an entire 8-room school. That's when Stu pulled me aside and he said something to me that has now changed everything in my life. He said, Jeff, if you come over to Africa, if you join us on our donor trip and you actually see the school and meet the people, it will change your life. You'll never feel bad about making a crazy amount of money.
Because the more money we make, the more impact we can have.
So those are magic words. Frankly, they changed everything. They changed the way I viewed my business right then and there. But that's when I decided to go to Kenya. Now, I'd never been to Africa before, didn't know what to expect, but my wife Mary and I flew over to Africa. We had an amazing experience. Kenya is crazy. It was, from the moment we landed, we were just greeted by these warm, friendly, happy, enthusiastic, resourceful people. We went out to an orphanage. We went on a safari that was just mind-blowing. I'd never thought about going on a safari before, but this safari was just absolutely crazy. Incredible experience. But I'll tell you what was the highlight. Stu completely set me up because first we went to a school that World Teacher Aid had built about 3 or 4 years ago. And we pulled up in these buses. There was, I don't know, about 20 of us on the donor trip. As we pulled up, all the kids came running out and the parents were there and they were singing and they were dancing and they all wanted to shake our hands and thank us. And it was the most amazing, exciting, fun celebration. I couldn't believe it. They took us from classroom to classroom. They showed every single classroom. And you can't stop smiling being here. It's unbelievable how this community had gelled around this school over the last 4 years or so. But what I really wanted to do is I couldn't wait to see the school that PLF built, that the PLF Live built. So that was our next stop. The next day we went to Haji Farms. As we pulled up, we didn't even get close. We were still a half a mile from the school, and we were met by hundreds and hundreds of children. Entire community, they blocked the road, they stopped their buses, and we got out and they were just singing and dancing, and they took our hands and we danced down the road. It was just incredible excitement. And we walked up this dirt road, and then we came around this corner, and in the distance, we could see the school. And that's when I just started crying. The day before, being at the Shalom School, that first school they built, and seeing how vibrant it was and the community that they had, we knew what was in store for these kids, that they were going to be able to get to go to school and learn and build a community there. It was one of the most heartwarming, heart-opening moments of my entire life. So that was the start of 3 days of awesomeness there at the Haji Farms School. We just celebrated with everyone in the community. We worked on the school. I got to work on my handyman skills. There was one time where I got to try out my dancing skills. That was sort of fun. That's about as much as I could get. And then we had this amazing opening ceremony where there was all kinds of politicians, even from the national parliament, that came in. It was just incredible what the school meant to this community. How many people came up and thanked me from the bottom of their hearts. It said, thank you, you're from so far away and you don't even know us, and you're changing our lives. Now that school would not exist if it wasn't for the PLF Live community. 600 families, 600 kids will go to that school every year. 600 kids will have a bigger, better, richer, fuller life every year. And this is going to last for decades. This is a well-built school. Thousands and thousands and thousands of kids are going to have better lives because of the PLF community. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for creating this school, for creating this community. Thank you on behalf of World Teacher Aid for creating this. Thank you on behalf of the Haji Farms School community for creating this school. Thank you on behalf of the people of Kenya for creating this school. And thank you for putting me in a position to experience such an incredible peak experience in my life. It was absolutely epic. This is going to change thousands and thousands of lives. Because you are awesome. So how cool was that? One thing I just have to tell you is that we played that video this year at PLF Live, and one of the things was it was a complete, I had never seen the video before. Obviously I had recorded that direct-to-camera portion when I was in Africa back this summer, but I actually had never seen that video until they played it for me. I was on stage, we had over 1,000 people in the audience, and they played that video, and it was an absolute peak moment of my life. I was in tears by the end of that video. It's just a really special moment. And we then did another fundraiser, and this year, because we had that proof of what we did over in Kenya, you could see me and you could see the school, and you could see what we did, We actually, this time we raised over $200,000. We raised enough money to build 2 more schools. So now we're going to have 3 schools that the PLF community has built. So how awesome is that? And I bring this to you for a lot of reasons. It's because I'm proud of my community, and I'm proud of what they did, and I'm thankful to them, and I want to highlight that. But I also want to inspire you. And maybe it isn't about building schools in Kenya for you, because there's needs all over the world. There are so many people in need, but I just wanted to give an example of what you can do within your business. So I'm Jeff Walker. If you're watching this anywhere else besides at my blog at jeffwalker.com, head on over there, scroll down and leave a comment for me, and let's go get them this week.